Hello there, a very good evening to you. I'm trying to work out why I can't see you right now. Let's have a look. Hit the wrong button. There you go. Hey, apologies. Very good evening to you. Thanks for joining us here on M7. Half of me saying we should start again. Half of me saying don't. Hey, things happen, right? So who cares? Let's carry on. Let's just carry on. Let's enjoy ourselves. Actually, tonight is all about focus. How focused was I? I didn't even realize what had gone wrong. Let me tell you why. Let me be really honest with you and tell you why. I'd run downstairs to get a coffee. Yes, I'd run down to get a coffee. And I say downstairs because right here, right now, I'm actually having to operate out of my bedroom because we're having an extension put on the side of the house and the office is being made larger. So I can have a sound booth in there. And I've got a beautiful large window that's going to be right in front of me. So instead of having all these fake lights that you can see right now, let's show you. Oh, that was quite hot. I thought these never got hot. So instead of having all these fake lights, I'll have natural daylight pouring in through the window, which is going to be right in front of me. And this fella may still be here, but I've been talking about getting my own designed and Engage with Success image up in the background. So that might be the case. Let's see where it goes. Anyway, thank you for your company. I do appreciate it. My Mind Matters, M7. M7 is for Mondays at 7 o'clock, and it is every week, come rain or shine. And I guess in the winter months, come snow or sleet, we will be here talking about your mind and why the mind matters. Every week I pick a different subject that we can talk about that hopefully will give you some information that you can gain. You might glean ideas. You might glean a new author or another teacher that could be helpful for you. If you are looking for more information about mindset, do go to my website, engagewithsuccess.com, and click on the resources button. There are loads of books, loads of movies, loads of information about teachers, even other blogs and information on YouTube that could be useful for you. So this is not just about, be my client, be my client, be my client. In fact, this is a workshop. So it's certainly not an advert. It is a workshop. And the reason I make a workshop rather than just sharing information and offering education is because I want you to experience the difference this can make. Now, tonight's subject is focus. And I want you to have the opportunity to see how focus can really assist you in changing your life. And when I talk about changing your life, I'm not talking about turning around 180 degrees. I'm not talking about going in a totally different direction. Hey, if you could change 1 degree, and I dare say I've shared this story before, but if you could change 1 degree, you will make a big difference in your life. And that might be a tiny little incremental difference at the start. But as the days, the weeks, the months go by, well, remember protractors? I don't even know if they still make them. I dare say they do. But it's a little like semicircular piece of plastic and it's got all the degrees listed on it. Just mark off 1 degree. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's a teeny weeny little bit. And you're going to think, no big deal. But if you extend that line, just keep going, the 1 degree, just keep going and going and going and going, compared to the original horizontal line where you began, with time, that distance gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's really what this is all about, making tiny little steps. And that's the name of my newsletter that comes out every Sunday at 10 a.m. Tiny little steps in the right direction. If you try to change your life dramatically all in one go, I am very confident you will fail. The big reason why most people are able to make a difference is if they hear some really devastating news. So perhaps they've lost their job, they've been made redundant, their partner is very unwell, they are unwell, they lose a family member, a child, devastating things. And unfortunately, these do happen day in and day out. And those people that are affected by something traumatic like that could change their life dramatically all in one go. But why wait for something traumatic or dramatic to happen in your life? Why not take the opportunity to take those little steps in the right direction now? And let me make this very clear to you. I've had a lot of emails recently, people saying, can you talk about manifestation? And I know why, because everyone wants to make more money. Everyone wants to manifest more things, bigger car, bigger house. I know. And we can get to that. Engage with Success is designed to help you do just that. My Mind Matters is to help you do just that. But if I throw this information at you in one go and you don't evolve, you don't move towards these things in the right direction, I promise you, you can watch movies like The Secret. And I'm not knocking The Secret. I'm sure a lot of people say it's worked for them. I know a lot of people that said it didn't work for them. And the reason for that is if you're not in the right place to hear that sort of information, it won't help you. And in all honesty, I do believe The Secret made it sound so simple. Ask, believe, receive. Great, I'll ask for £1,000,000. I believe I can have it. And I didn't get it. There are more steps than that. There is more to do than that. It is a simple process. However, if your mindset, if you have not got the right set of tools in your mind, if you are not operating in the right way, then you won't be able to manifest quickly, easily, and effortlessly. That's the truth. I'm trying to think of a really good example for you. So when I do my retreats, when I do my workshops, live workshops, I show slides of images and I ask people to tell me what they are. And they come out with all sorts of things. And then when I give them one more piece of information, they can see it's something completely and utterly different. And it's a big shift in their mindset. Now they know. But until they got that piece of information, they didn't know what it was. They weren't looking at the right thing. And so that is the evolution. It's finding out these little pieces of information. And I promise you, I'm not trying to withhold it, but if I just offered it to you all in one go, the chances are you wouldn't be making your way in the right direction and it wouldn't mean anything to you. Here you go. Here's a good analogy. If I offered you a beautiful Ferrari or a Porsche or a Lamborghini or a Maserati, it doesn't matter, your favorite car, a Range Rover, a Land Rover, a Bentley, it doesn't matter. Your dream car, let's call it that. If I offered you your dream car, but you couldn't drive, what good is it to you? You may well get excited, but you can't get in it and drive. And it's the same. If I could give you the steps and tell you this is how you do it, but you can't drive, you don't know how to do those steps. It's like getting a book on driving. You can't just read it one day and get in the car and drive. You need to practice and practice and practice. And then boom, one day you've got it, you pass your test. And isn't it fair to say, even once you pass your test, for the next year, 2 years, maybe even 3 years, we're still learning, we're still getting better. And if we don't keep our skills up to date, then we can get very lackadaisical with our driving and become a danger. So this is the art. This is what I really want you to be able to do. So tonight we're going to look at focusing. And the reason I chose to speak about this tonight is because I recently did a talk. By the way, if you know a group or a company, what else would there be? An organization, a morning club, something of that nature that you believe would really enjoy a talk on motivation, a talk that helps people overcome their limiting beliefs, helps them overcome procrastination, then do feel free to reach out and ask me to come and do the talk. I love to deliver. I love delivering the talk. Now, the reason that I wanted to share focus tonight was because in my presentation, I do talk about focusing. I talk about laser focusing and how important that is. And that can really help you to accelerate your productivity and move ahead. But somebody asked me afterwards, what exactly did I mean by laser focused? So tonight, when we do our 3 main tools, which is breath work, mindfulness, and meditation, I will take the opportunity to talk about focus, give you the opportunity to experience laser focus. So you can start to see how you can control your mind, how you can use your mind to operate the way you want it to. Because if you don't, your best friend, as well as being your best friend, as well as your mindset being your best friend, your mindset can be your worst enemy. And if you don't learn how to harness it, how to control it, how to drive it, using that analogy of the car, then unfortunately it will become your worst enemy. So distraction is a perfect example of that. The way people are stuck on their phones these days, looking at other people. And of course, if you're on the right side of social media, people are making millions on it. I am not knocking social media. Look, the fact that I can broadcast right now, this is like my own television show. How epic is that? Got the opportunity to change the information that's on the screen. Let me show you. Just a click of a button, I can change the things that are on the screen. How epic is that? So I'm not knocking social media. I'm not knocking technology. It's amazing. I think today is an amazing time to be alive. Amazing time. But there are so many of us that say, oh, when I was a kid, it was so much better. And I understand their reasons for saying that. But when everything's a double-edged sword, right? Everything's got two sides. So what I want you to focus on is what you want in life. Focus on moving in the right direction. Focus on achieving your dreams and your goals. That's what tonight's all about. And we'll use these three tools: breathwork, mindfulness, and meditation to access that focus. Are you ready? I've given you a nice introduction right now. I think I've talked probably over 10 minutes already. So let's take a moment. We're going to start, for those of you that are brand new, with breath work. That's kind of the shallow version of what we're about to do, but it's a very useful tool. And you can use it at any time of the day. You can use it even when you're around other people. That's why I'm a big fan of breath work. Then we're going to go into mindfulness, which starts with breath work, and we take a deeper dive. And then finally, we go into meditation. I've been getting lots of feedback from people telling me how much they're enjoying the meditation. So again, I'm going to try and make meditation the main focus of tonight. Are you ready? So I want you to close your eyes, get comfortable in your chair. You can be lying down, but the chances are you're going to fall asleep. So I'd much rather you be lying down. I will play some video, so I'm going to close my own eyes. And when I first started this months ago now, it became pretty clear that who wants to sit and watch somebody with their eyes closed as they're talking you through the guided meditations. So let me put the video clip on right now. Let's get that started. There we go. That's the black screen we began with at the beginning, and it was on pause. And then we'll get some music to go along with this as well. Okay, so get comfortable in your chair. Get your feet nice and flat on the floor. You can be with shoes on, with socks on. You can be with just socks, with just shoes, or with bare feet. It's entirely up to you, but just get comfortable. If you've been working hard today and perhaps you've got an achy back, or you've been sat in a chair all day and now you're sitting down again, take a moment before we get into this just to take a little stretch. Feel free to stand up and stretch and then get comfortable in the chair. Try to have your back nice and straight if you can. And with your eyes closed, hands on your legs, on your lap, take the opportunity to take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Hold on to it for a moment and let it out through the mouth. Nice deep breath in through the nose. You can make some noise when you do that. I can't hear you. That's the beauty of this format. So if you want to go, feel free to do that. And then hold on to it. And then when you're ready, let it out through the mouth. And again, you can make some noise. So take a little bit of a deeper dive. I'm going to count you in now. Let's count you in for 1. Breathing in through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on to it for 1, 2, 3, 4. And let it out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do the same thing now for 5. On the count of 5, in through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on to it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let it out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just breathe in and out at your own pace and get comfortable. Just let you hear the music for a moment. Just see where your mind wanders to. Keeping your eyes closed, just see where your mind takes you. Are you feeling rested? Are you quite calm? Are you focused on the music? Or has your attention already begun to wander? Are you now focused on work and what happened? You focus on the journey home because something happened. You focus on the bills because they're going up and you find it harder and harder to pay them. I don't know what you're thinking, but just pay attention to what you're thinking. Pay attention to where your mind has gone to. Where is your focus? What I'm going to ask you to do right now is bring your focus back to your breathing. So continue breathing just at your own pace. Try to bring it in through the nose and out through the mouth. And put your left hand over your chest and your right hand over your belly. Now really focus on where the air goes when it comes into your body. Can you feel it going through your chest? Can you feel your belly expanding as the diaphragm is pushed down? And then as the air goes back out, can you feel the diaphragm coming back in so the belly sinks again and the chest feels the air going through? Or you could focus on your nose. As the air is coming in through the nose, see if you can feel the air passing the hairs. Maybe you can feel the temperature of the air coming in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just see where it takes you. And by focusing your attention on something like this, it can change your thoughts. So rather than worrying about the bills, rather than being angry about something that happened today, rather than being anxious because of what happened in the car or noise you could hear on the way home, your focus is now on your breathing. And that can be very relaxing. Now, focus is an art, and I want you to be able to master this art. And this can really help you unleash your potential. And ultimately, that can get you better results. And that's really what I'm about. I'm about results. I talk about procrastination. I talk about limiting beliefs. This is what stops you getting the results you want. And by helping you to remove those, get those out of the way, and help you focus on what you do want, we can change everything. Now, of course, today, the world's a pretty fast place. It's go, 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 go. And the ability to focus your mind has really become a precious skill. It is a skill. It's not as easy as you might think. And the reason for that is we tend to have this constant barrage of information and distraction that's vying for our attention, vying for our focus. And this cultivates the power of sustained concentration. And by doing this, you have got the ability to focus and achieve better results in any aspect of your life. Yeah, that might be your relationships. It might be your finances. It may be your career. It might be time with the family. It might be your well-being. It could be what you eat. Just focusing on these things can make a big, big difference. So whether you're striving for professional success, simply personal growth, maybe just a happier day-to-day experience, honing in on your focus can make a big, big difference. That's a little easier right now because I'm guiding you. You're listening to my voice. And so that will help you to focus on the words that I'm saying. And that may be putting images in your mind of the things that I'm saying. When I talk about work, when I talk about the car, when I talk about relationships, things will pop into your mind. Look, if I said, do not think about a pink elephant, what are you thinking about? A pink elephant. Yeah. So this is the importance of focus. So can you imagine now being able to really focus on your partner when they're talking to you, really focus on your son or your daughter when they're spending time with you, really focusing on your work? Perhaps you could do twice as much in half the time because you're really focused. And if you pay attention to this focus, if you make this a skill, if you say, I'm going to get more done today than I ordinarily would, then maybe you'll stop answering the phone. Maybe you'll stop talking to people that come by and just want to have a chat. Perhaps you won't drink as much coffee or you won't go and take as many breaks because you are determined to get more done today. And if you struggle with any of these things, feel free to reach out and ask for a strategy call. I have a whole slew of strategies that can help you achieve more. So productivity, maybe you're starting your own business. I was talking to property professionals the last couple of weeks. And if you're new to that industry, whether it be buy-to-lets, converting homes into multiple occupancy, putting lots of flats or more bedrooms in, maybe serviced accommodation. There are so many different avenues you can go down. And by the way, if you're saying, oh, that's right for you, you've got to have money to be able to do property. That isn't true. That isn't true. That will be your mindset. That's the only way you know to get into property. There are lots of ways to do it with no money of your own. And of course, investors is one way, but there are many other. If property interests you, if that's something you'd love to do, and you haven't got any money to do that, reach out, let me know. And I don't do the training. I'm not trying to sell you something I do. I will get you a free masterclass, a free workshop, so that you can go along and learn that information. Learn more about it, see if it's right for you. But property is a great investment for many, many, many people. Okay, let's continue our journey. Let's finish the breathing now. So last few breaths, nice deep breath in through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on to it for 1, 2, 3, 4, and let it out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a moment just to breathe in and out at your own pace. Put a smile on your face and focus on all the good things in your life. Focus on the last time you were really happy. Maybe you've had a holiday this summer. Maybe you haven't had a summer. It's certainly been wet here in the UK. Maybe you've got a holiday coming up, or you had a holiday 5 years ago. Or maybe you've been to a wedding. You went out with friends recently. Anything that made you feel really, really good. Focus on that for a moment. Feel the emotions in your body. Don't just see the images in your mind's eye. Try to feel the emotions all over again. Now, the term used for what you're doing right now is getting in state. Your emotional state, the focus of your mind, is a state. Funnily enough, we can get ourselves into a state just with our thoughts. And what I mean by that is a negative state. You can get really, really wound up just by the thoughts that we're thinking. And once you understand this, once you have recognized this, once you've experienced this and you know this to be true, oh boy, you can change your life, and you can change it dramatically. Your thoughts can make or break you. That is not an exaggeration. Your thoughts can make or break you. Just think about it. How many times have you got upset with somebody? They said something stupid, something trivial. And you might even say to yourself, I don't even know why I'm getting upset, but I am. It's your thoughts. It's where your focus has gone. And of course, that might remind you of something. It might have been a trigger to something that happened in the past. And when I say the past, I don't necessarily mean your childhood. Often people are quick to say, oh yeah, when I was a kid, this happened. That. It could have happened a year ago, 5 years ago. It could be something, again, traumatic, something difficult, something dramatic, like divorce, a car crash, loss of money. There's so many things that happen to us in life, and it really is our perception of it. That's what we hold on to. And the more emotional the event was, the more likely we are to hold on to it, the more likely we are to remember it. The more emotional it is, the more likely we are to remember it. So what we want you to do is focus on good emotions, great memories, fun memories, loving memories. Focus is so important. Okay, I'm going to bring this segment to an end. Nice last deep breath in through the nose. Hold on to it for a moment and let it out through the mouth. And when you're ready, Open your eyes. If you need to, have a little stretch. That was a lot longer than I anticipated. I'm not strict on all these timings. I literally give myself, I used to give myself an hour, and then social media doesn't always let you post if it's over an hour. So I try to keep it just below the hour now. I failed last week. I can talk and talk. I do 3-day retreats. So I can fill these 45, 50 minutes very, very easily. But I am very earnestly trying to keep myself on track today, because the more I can do that, the more it can be out there, the more people can enjoy it. And of course, this isn't just the live session. This is live right now. Mondays at 7 is live. But if you were to miss it because you're out for dinner, you had to go to a meeting, there's a network event, you stayed late at work, then you've still got the opportunity to listen to the recording. And you'll often hear me call it a broadcast as well as a podcast. So with the audio, or audio only is the podcast, but with the video, that's the broadcast. So I hope that's clear. Alrighty, we're going to move into mindfulness right now. I am aware that many people think they know what mindfulness is, or maybe they've read about it, maybe they've even been to a mindfulness class. Let me make this clear to you. It is not about stopping your thoughts altogether. That's what people often think mindfulness and meditation is. You'll never stop your thoughts. Never, ever, ever, ever. But you can harness them. You can control them. One analogy that I really, really enjoy, and it's been around for many, many years, it's not something I've created. But if you can imagine now standing on a bridge and there's a railway track beneath it. As the trains pass through, the trains are your thoughts. And basically, you're coming outside of your head and you're watching your thoughts. It's almost like you become an observer. You observe your thoughts. You stood on the bridge watching the trains go through. That's all. You just watch the train go through. And you just watch your thoughts. They come and they go, and they come and they go. And the key is not to get attached to them. The key is not to, the trick to success is not to get absorbed by them. Certainly not to get emotionally connected to them, unless they're good ones. And then that's what you're going to focus on and you're going to run with. I hope all this is making sense. Again, afterwards, you're always welcome to reach out. The email is info@engagewithsuccess.com. So if you hear something that you think is particularly interesting, you'd like to know more, feel free to email me. Okay, let's close our eyes and do mindfulness. So close our eyes, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Now, whilst you've got your eyes closed, just pay attention, focus on what you can hear. Focus on what you can hear right here, right now, in the room that you're in. What can you hear? Maybe you can hear the television next door. Maybe you can hear the kids playing. Maybe someone's got music on. Maybe you live near an airport and you can hear the planes going overhead. Perhaps you live near a road and you can hear the traffic passing by. Bring your focus even closer. Try to hear yourself breathing. Listen to your breathing. Just stop the music, take the music away so you can really be sensitive to the sounds around you. The easiest thing for me to hear right now is the fan on my laptop, and it's whirring. What can you hear? Your closest sound. Now take your attention outside the room that you're in, beyond your home, and listen to the furthest away sound you can. What is that for you? Is that the planes? Is that the cars? For me right now, I say this, I'm sure every week, I can hear the birds cooing, pigeons cooing. Maybe you're lucky to live near the ocean and you can hear, if you've got the window open, you can hear the water on the waves. How great would that be? To have an oceanside home. You hear the water lapping up into the beach. So that's one way that we're able to use our senses to really stop any distractions, take a moment to really ground ourselves, get connected with ourselves. This sort of thing that you could do. Maybe you're in your office and before you go into an important meeting, you could just close your eyes and get grounded, get centered, get connected. So that's one way to do it, just listening. Now you could do that with your eyes open. Let's continue our journey for a moment. Let's go on to smell. What can you smell? If you can smell anything. Can you smell anything? Can you smell your own aftershave or perfume? Maybe there's an air freshener around. Maybe there's one of those things that go pss, pss, squirts like every 20 minutes. You can smell that. Maybe you've got a window open and you can smell the outdoors. Maybe you can smell flowers in your office or in your lounge or in your bedroom, wherever you may be. Maybe you've got the French windows open, you can smell the garden. If you can't smell anything, don't worry. We all have different levels of senses. That's without doubt my worst one. I'm not very good at smelling at all. Let's go on to touch. So if you've got your hands on your legs still, just rub them up and down on your legs and pay attention, with your eyes closed, pay attention to the fabric under your hands. It might be denim on your jeans. It could be polyester or cotton on a skirt or trousers. Can you feel the fabric? Can you feel the way it's woven together? Or perhaps it's really, really silky. Maybe it's a satin. It feels lovely to touch. Maybe it's thick cotton. Maybe it's wool. Just pay attention to that. Maybe you're wearing shorts or something short. You can even move your hands down to your skin and feel your legs. How does that feel? Again, this is one of those things you can do without anyone else knowing. So if you're in a staff meeting and you're needing to control your thoughts or to remain calm, to get focused, to get centered, then you could literally be rubbing your hands up and down on the top of your legs and no one has to really know. Or don't even move your arms up and down, just move your fingers gently. And of course, if you are alone, then it's even easier. You could go and get a sweater, you could go and get a cushion, you could go and get a different garment and feel that. You could have no limit to what you could pick up, really, is there? I'm looking around the room. It could be shoes, it could be boxes, it could be something shiny, or you can see a mirror, it could be tissue paper, anything. Or a throw, there's a nice one, a throw. Teddy bear, that could be good. So just something with your eyes closed to feel the sensations of it. And maybe the temperature, not just how it feels, but is it warm or is it cold? Is it soft? Is it hard? Does it feel shiny? It could be a stone. I have a stone with the word grace carved into it. And when I teach the Engage with Success system, the first G is for grace, the state of grace, which is a state of being happy throughout the day and enjoy and focusing on the good things, not the bad things, focusing on results and not difficulties, not challenges. It's a state of grace. It all relates, it all comes together. Okay, let's move on now to taste. What can you taste in your mouth? Now, this always works well if you've got some food around. In fact, if you really want to try this out, go grab some chocolate or go grab a packet of crisps or go grab a biscuit or go grab a piece of fruit. If you don't want to do it right now, then certainly do it afterwards or do it tomorrow, or do this when you're having lunch or having dinner. You just close your eyes and pay attention to the food in your mouth. Chocolate's lovely. Feeling it melt gently in the mouth. Is it dark chocolate, milk chocolate? Has it got nuts in it, fruit in it? Paying attention to the texture of the food in your mouth. If it's fruit, is it sharp? Is it sweet? Is it juicy? This is so much fun. This is all mindfulness. It's simply the art of paying attention, putting your focus on something and not being distracted. Focus, focus, focus. One of the examples I use for this focus is when I was a kid. I'm almost 60 now, but when I was a kid, I used to get a magnifying glass. I'm going to say it was physics. It was a science class of some sort. And you get a ray of sunshine on that magnifying glass. And as you pulled it forwards and backwards towards a piece of paper, if you got it just to the right place, it would turn into a beam of light, like a laser beam. And you could start to see the paper burn. It would go brown. And I guess if you got it there for long enough, it could even turn to flames. That's the sort of focus that we're talking about right here, right now, laser focused. And it's about being able to get up first thing in the morning and laser focus on your day and getting the tasks done that you need to do. This is how you move ahead. This is how you get done what you need to do. And then let's just do the final one. So we've done listening, we've done smell, we've done touch, we've done taste. And the last of our 5 senses is our eyes. So take a moment right now to open your eyes. And if you wanted to, you could look at your screen and you can see what I'm playing on video right now. Or you could choose something else nearby. So I am in a bedroom this week and I can easily see a headboard. Easily see a headboard. And that's very velvety, I would say. It's got loads of buttons in it. So just focus on that. What the colour's like. How many shades are there? Other textures. What do you imagine that would feel like? Would that be warm? Would that be cold? Would that be nice to rub your hands along? What are you looking at? So again, understanding the essence of focus is so important, because at its core, focus in your mind means deliberately directing your mental energy. You're going to direct it onto a task, a thought, or an objective. And so to do this, you need to tune out all the irrelevant stimuli. And that's what we're doing right now. That's exactly what this mindfulness is doing. You are zeroing in on what truly matters. So to put that in context for you, let's say it's at work. That might mean putting your phone on silent. That might mean telling your secretary that you're not going to take any calls until 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock or whatever the time may be. That might mean not checking emails. How many times have you gone to work and checked the emails, and before you know, oh my goodness, an hour's gone, 2 hours gone, I haven't even done anything for myself yet. So this is really important. This deliberate concentration not only enhances your understanding and performance, but it also leads to a sense of presence and engagement that can transcend surface level interaction. That's the importance of this. Do you see the importance of focus now? And then, of course, the other big one is breaking the chains of distraction. So with all these smartphones and social media and constant notifications, the little red dots that pop up on the phone, we've all seen them. Distractions literally lurk at every corner. And mastering your focus requires recognizing and managing these distractions. You can start to do this tonight. You could start to do this tomorrow at your office, at work, at your computer. You could start to do this with your family, with your other half, with your kids. So start by creating an environment that's conducive to concentration. To minimize clutter, silence those notifications, and designate specific periods for focused work. So first thing in the morning, you might say 8 or 10, I'm not checking emails, I'm getting this task done. I'm not even going to look at my phone. In fact, I'm going to turn my phone off and put it in the drawer. So it cannot distract me. And then, of course, the final one. So we've looked at the focus, we've looked at distractions, and now we're on mindfulness. We are going to go into meditation. I'm aware that I'm quickly losing my time. Do you see how quickly this time flies by? So mindfulness is often intertwined with focus because it involves being fully present in the moment. And this practice heightens your awareness of your thoughts, your feelings, your surroundings, and most importantly, it allows you to better control where your focus goes. So by incorporating these mindfulness techniques that we've just used, deep breathing, any of your senses, you can significantly enhance your ability to sustain your focus. Okay. You've got your eyes open, you're looking at something. Just allow that right now to go a little bit blurry, almost to fade away. Your attention is not so heavy on that now. Relax the eyes and come back into the room. So those are the 5 senses that we've used to really work on our mindfulness. You can use the breathing as well. We like to call that the breath work. But let's move into our last one tonight, which is meditation. I like to think of this as the deepest dive because you are breathing. You are going to be using your senses, but you are going to really hone in your focus. I'm going to give you a guided meditation. And because of time, I'm going to whiz around the body, give you the opportunity to focus on all the parts of the body, and then I'll take you on a short journey before we come to the end of tonight's presentation. Okay, I hope you're enjoying this. I hope you're really starting to experience the power of closing your eyes and focusing on specific things. And of course, this isn't just airy-fairy stuff. This is something you can use within your work, whether you're an entrepreneur or a professional or a business owner or somebody that's really trying to focus in on something. You can do this. Maybe you really struggle to stay focused. There are a lot of people out there. There's lots of names for conditions. I'm not going to list those right now, but maybe you've been given one of those titles. Maybe you've been labeled and I can't do this sort of thing because I've got. I am very confident that this, I'm going to call it technology. This technology, these strategies, is probably a better word to explain it, can really help you. So if you have got a label that you believe is making life more difficult for you, feel free to reach out. info@engagewithsuccess.com. I'll happily give you a free strategy call. I'll share with you what I could do and what I believe can help you. And then it's up to you whether we work together or not. Engagewithsuccess.com is the website if you'd like to know more. Okay, let's close our eyes and let's get into the meditation, the final part of this evening. So with your eyes closed, take a nice deep breath in through the nose, hold on to it, and let it out through the mouth. One more nice deep breath in through the nose, hold on to it, and let it out through the mouth. Okay, now bring your attention just in front of your eyes. Imagine, use your imagination to see a ball of light, like a miniature sunshine, 4, 5, 6 inches away. It's rotating and it's sending out flames. It's a miniature sunshine. You can feel the heat on your eyes. Now, that's not burning. It's like sunbathing. It's lovely. It feels good. It's relaxing. It's energizing. It's making you feel relaxed. It's almost like being on holiday by the pool. If you say, I don't like the sun, I burn to a crisp. This is the sun you like. Maybe you're just laying in the shade, but you can feel the warmth of the sunshine. It's very restful. It's very relaxing. It's very loving. It's very caring. Now that energy is creating 2 pools of light over your eyes. And as those pools get deeper and deeper and deeper, I want you to imagine for a moment. Imagine right now that light is enveloping your eyes. And that light is now all the way around your eyes, not just the pools of light at the top, but literally enveloping your eyes. So if you've been at a computer screen all day, if you've done a lot of driving today and your eyes are tired, imagine this really helping them to rest. Now, I know it's very easy to fall asleep when we do this. So stay focused, stay with me. Bring your attention now with that light moving up across the bridge of the nose onto the forehead. Bring that light into the forehead. It's very restful, very relaxing. Feel it spreading out across your forehead, left and right to each of the temples. Now bring that energy up onto the top of the head, onto the scalp. Again, restful, relaxing. Imagine it's like a masseuse massaging your forehead, massaging your scalp, the top of your head. It's like getting your hair shampooed and they're rubbing their fingers all over it. It feels so good. Bring that light down now across the back of the head, down towards the back of the neck. This is where a lot of people harbor negative energy, stress. If that's true for you, just allow it to be released. Let it out. Maybe tilt your head left and right gently and allow that negativity, that stress, that tightness to be released. Take that energy now from the shoulders into the left and right shoulder. We're going to take our energy now down through the right arm over the biceps and triceps, right arm only. And as you can imagine with your mind's eye, that light going around the biceps and the triceps, rotating around your arm. Imagine it massaging the muscles at the same time. It feels good, really good. Like a deep heat coming down your arm into the elbow. If you've got aches and pains in the elbow or creaks in the elbow, imagine those being released right now. Bring that energy down through the forearm, into the wrist, now from the wrist into the palm of the hand, and finally out through the fingers. 5 beams of light out through the thumb and the 4 fingers. Going to do the same now with the left hand. Go back to the shoulder. Bringing that light down now through the shoulder over the biceps and triceps. And feel that energy rotating around your arm like a deep heat, soothing, relaxing, re-energizing. Into the elbow, from the elbow into the forearm. Now from the forearm into the wrist. And then finally into the left hand, into the palm, out through the left thumb, and out through each of the fingers. Very restful, very relaxing. Feels good. Now let's bring that light down over the torso, over the chest, coming down over the chest. Imagine it being inside as well as outside, so coming down through your lungs, over the heart, sending love and relaxation, energy going into your heart, love into your heart. Making your way down through the torso now, over your 6-pack, or if you're like me, your keg. And then making your way down over that belly towards the hips. Now imagine that energy rotating around your hips like a belt, round and round it goes. Round and round, loving, relaxing, caring for you. Now let's go to an important area. Let's go to the back of the neck. And we're going to bring that light down now over the spine, vertebra by vertebra, bone by bone, gently, like climbing down a ladder. Imagine that light rotating all the way around each of the vertebrae, each of those bones, one by one. And between each of those bones is a little cushion. Imagine that being rehydrated. If you need to have a little stretch, elongate that back. Coming down through the spine, such an important part of our body. Making our way down the spine. Coming down to the bottom of the spine right now. And your back is just resting. Really feeling good. Allow those shoulders to drop. If you know that they're up, let them drop. Feel all your body now becoming more and more rested. And now that light that's come down to the base of your spine joins that light going around your hips and bring that down into the buttocks. Let's go right buttock first, and from that right buttock into the leg, the top part of the leg with those giant muscles coming down over the top part of the leg into the knee. If you've got aches or pains, rheumatism, arthritis, anything of that nature, just imagine for a moment all those aches and pains dissipating, just being released into the ether. Continue bringing that light down through the right leg only, the shins, the calves, massaging the muscles outside and inside. And now onto the ankle, and from the ankle into the foot. Feel that light rotating around the ankle, slowly making its way into the heel of the foot, the ball of the foot, the arch of the foot, coming forward now into the flat of the foot, and finally out through each of your 5 toes on that right foot. Going to the left side now, coming down from that left buttock into the top part of your leg, of those giant muscles into the knee. Imagine with your mind's eye and feel the energy moving around that knee. Round and round it goes the knee. And the aches or pains being released. Into the left leg, down through that last part of the leg, over the shins and the calves, into the ankle. And from the ankle into the ball of the foot. Moving forward gently into the arch of the foot, the flat of the foot, and finally 5 beams of light coming out now through your left 5 toes. Your whole body is energized. Your whole body is illuminated with this light. It feels magnificent from head to toe. Almost like being in a beautiful, hot, radiant bath. Resting and relaxing. Put your attention on your breathing just for a moment. As it comes in through the lungs, feel that white light, that golden light filling up your lungs with love. Focus on those lungs, focus on the heart. And then as you breathe out, imagine dirty, used air. It's been in, you've used it, now you're letting it out. Maybe it's grey in colour. Breathing in the goodness, breathing out any negativity, any stress. Feeling more and more relaxed by the moment. Put a big smile on your face. And think about something you love. It could be your partner, it could be your child, it could be a pet. Pet's a really good one. If you haven't got any of those, think of an occasion that made you feel amazing. Not just good, not just happy, but amazing. When you were alive, when you were vibrant, when you were filled with energy, when you were pumped up and couldn't wait to get on with the day. This is a state of grace. This is where we want to feel. Breathe in that joy, breathe in that happiness, breathe in that health and well-being. Make that smile bigger on your face right now. Bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, when you wake up in the morning, this is something you might want to do. Just take 2 minutes to take some breaths. And in those 2 minutes, close your eyes and imagine something amazing. Start to imagine what your day can be like. And then try to hold on to this feeling as long as possible. Again, it's easier said than done. This is a practice. Now, we do it here at M7 My Mind Matters once a week, every Monday at 7 o'clock. But there's no reason why you can't go to YouTube and listen to this any time of the day. There's no reason why you couldn't listen to this on a weekend. There's no reason why you couldn't listen to this on a podcast in the car. Obviously, if you're driving, don't close your eyes. But you might want to remember some of the techniques. You can certainly be breathing in and out whilst you're driving. You can certainly be paying attention to the vehicle in front of you. This number plate, this car, who's driving it? How fast are they going? How fast are you going? Look in your rear mirror. So it's easy to play with our focus. throughout the day, but it is something we need to work on. Okay, take a nice deep breath in through your nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on to it for 1, 2, 3, 4. And let it out for 1, 2, 3, 4. For this last part, you're welcome to keep your eyes closed, or when you're ready, feel free to open them. This was M7, Mondays at 7. My Mind Matters. It's all about matters of the mind, helping you to get the most out of your mind. I really do believe this is the most powerful asset that you've got available to you. Use it. Use it. There's a lot more to this than just focus. And I tried to give you that information. If this is your first time listening to M7, go to the website, engagewithsuccess.com. You'll see all of the links there to the podcast, the YouTube channel, and you can catch up with the broadcast or the podcast. There's newsletters every Sunday at 10 a.m. The newsletter comes out. Feel free to sign up for that. It's free of charge. And this content is all designed to help motivate you, to inspire you to get more out of your life. I really do believe that we all, yes, I'm talking to you, each and every one of us has the ability to be, do, or have whatever we want. But it takes focus. It takes work. And it's worth putting that in. And when you think that this is quite simple stuff, it's just a matter of carving out some time in your day to ensure that you've got the ability to do that. If you struggle with that, and you like the idea of a program that can help you to do that for 2 minutes in the morning, the afternoon, the evening, then feel free to reach out to me, because I can help you with that too. There's lots I can do for you. Feel free. If you would like help, if you would like to achieve more, be more, do more, if you would like to improve your life, become more productive, if you would like to help your teams at work become better managers, better directors, better CEOs, then feel free to reach out to me. I can help you with that too. Thank you for your time. My name is Paul Becque. This is engagewithsuccess.com, and I look forward to seeing you on Mondays at 7 p.m. I can never remember where the button is to stop it. I found it. See you next week.